Okay, welcome back, students. After a very nice and wonderful holiday, I hope you enjoyed the evening. Well, so it was good, I know. I can tell it was good. So, just welcome back to our history, and this is the 13th lesson. We are in the topic known as the people of Kenya in the 19th century, and the subtopic we want to cover today is the Bantu speakers. Last time we talked about the Kushites, and sorry for the inconveniences that were there, but I know in one way or the other, the technology always comes some of the setback, but it's good to always adjust to it. So I want us to talk about this. I want us to talk about the subtopic, the Bantu speakers, and I am Mr. Mboya. So, welcome, students. Let's look at the lesson objective. At the end of this lesson, what are we going to learn? What are we going to obtain? So, at the end of the lesson, the learner should be able to give the classification of the Bantus. Classifications. This is very important. You'll be asked to give the example of Bantus, but they will not ask you to give just generally. Sometimes they will always ask you to give according to certain classification that we'll be going to talk about. And maybe I'm going to draft that so that we look at it so that we can see what it's look like. So that is one. Then the next state the reasons why Bantus migrated to Kenya. This is always same. Each and every community in the country Kenya, there must be reason that made them to migrate from their land coming to Kenya. And after that, we are going to look at the results of them coming into Kenya. Kushites we talk about, they are not just different. They are not very much different. They might be different maybe in terms of maybe 1 or 2, 3 points, but a lot of answers there can be still applied in this. So, and these are always areas that are always in exam as far as KCC is concerned. That's why I want to take it very, very serious and take it very simple. I always like it if you have got a good attitude and always put in mind and always be a lover of reading, especially revising the areas that are always coming. And I'll be there to always coach you, tell you this thing. And my aim is each and every student that I'm teaching or taking in history to score an A, which is very simple and very easy at the end of your 4 years in high school. So this is just a scope of what we're going to talk about, and let's start by talking about what Bantu is. So the Bantu speakers. So in introduction we talk about the 3 people who came into Kenya, and they say that we had the Kushites with the first, the Bantus, and after that the Nilotes. But then, before these 3 people in country, in the Kenya, there were inhabitants. There were those people who were staying, who migrated or who originated from the New Stone Age. There are people who were staying in the country, Kenya, before these people came into the country. Those people were known as inhabitants. They were the local. And when these 3 people came, or when these 3 groups came, they were absorbed by either 1 or 2 of them. And those people found themselves inside, and they adopted the culture of this group. So these people who were here first, they were known as the Khoisan. So if you ask the early inhabitants of Kenya country, during that you say Khoisan. And we even talked about that there were also others, Khoi and Khoisan of the South Africa also before the Bantus, and each and every communities in South Africa, which we are not going to talk about here because I know it's beyond your study. But when you talk about Bantus, there's a lot. Talk about Bantus, there's a lot, because in a high school or in your standard or in your form, there are areas that you're supposed to be able to learn and know as far as history is concerned, as far as the Bantus is concerned. But there's a lot to talk about Bantus in each and every places in Africa where they settle. That's why if you look at the South Africans, you will see some of the similarities they're having with the Bantus in Kenya, like the Bagusi in Kenya. There are some of the words, the characteristic there, they are sharing with even the Nyamwezi of Tanzania. So there's a lot to talk about Bantu, but let's just concentrate here. So, and we said some of the characteristics of the Khoi and Khoisan. We talked about their cultural aspect, especially, for example, their form of talking. Say that they were talking with the clicking sound, and that's why even if you look at the South African talking, the Zulu language, if you see the Zulu people speaking, there's some words they're clicking, like kulu kulu babam. So there are some connection with the Khoi and Khoisan of South Africa, and adopting to the Bantus, the Zulu language as far as concerned. But let's just brush that. That's just for personal information. So the introduction, the term Bantu refers to a group of people who speak the same or similar language with a common word Mtu. This is not even in Kenya, even in South Africa. Mtu is there. So, which means a person. Mtu is a person. And even Kiswahili, I know you will be one way or the other. There are some topics that will be, or subtopic will be covering that. As far as Bantu or Swahili, they say Kibantu. They will talk about a little about it. They will also talk about something like in Zulu and Kizulu and etc. So it's not very much different, but you're speaking the same thing here. So this means a person. Even here, a person in Swahili we say Mtu. And what is Swahili? Swahili is a word between Arabs and Bantus. So Mtu is a person. So these people Mtu, yes. So the Bantu speaking group include, but then this is a generalization example. I want to have a classification. So this is just for general answers, but let's look at this. So the Bantu speakers, first we have Western Bantus. Let me not add the Bantus, but let me just say Western. We have Western Bantus. Then after Western we have what? Eastern Bantus. So under Eastern is divided into two. Under Eastern it is divided into two. We have we have Eastern. Then also we have coastal. So the Western, all of these takes Aba. Aba is there for you to think about them. Aba Gusi, Aba Kuria, Aba Suba, Aba Luya, and etc. All of those Aba are Western Bantus. Understand? Then coastal we have, in fact, Eastern we have coastal and highland. Highland Bantus. So coastal we have Mikikenda, we have Taita, Kokomo. Mikikenda, Taita, Kokomo. Island we have Akamba, we have Gikuyu, we have Taraka, we have Ameru, we have Ambere, we also have Ambere, have Mboya, Kikuyu, Taraka, Ameru. So these are highland Bantus. They are found within the island. Coastal, these are the Bantus found within the coast. Then western, these are found in the western part of Kenya, next to a mountain known as Mount Elgon, just between a border between Kenya and what? Kenya and Uganda. So these are bad. If you ask, give example of the western Bantus, please think about the Aba. Those communities in Kenya that states the what? The word Aba. Before you mention them, Aba something, Aba, Abagusi, Aba what? Something like that. Then Mijikenda, you know them. And each and every Mijikenda, we have got different tribes in Mijikenda. Please do not say that Digo, what. Those are under Mijikenda. Mijikenda is 9 tribes. Kenda, 9. Mijikenda, Miji tribe. Then Taita is found within the Taita County. And then we have what? Kokomo, Tana River, and etc. So the island is Akamba. Akamba is another. Then we have a Kikuyu, we have a Taraka, we have a Meru, we have a Mboya, and etc. You can also add some. So this is the classification, and this is the example, very simple. So let's make this be the first part of the first video. Let's proceed with the next video talking about the language. Thank you.